Welcome to Nate's Red Sea Reefer build. I'm your host, 9stick Nate. Herein lies a wealth of information displayed in a tactful, refined, and prestigious manner for our most privileged benefactors. Quality for quality, this channel is reserved for advanced hobbyists. If you are a novice or intermediate reefer, we graciously invite you to leave immediately. Au revoir. And welcome back. This is my sump layout. I wanted to do this video because while I was setting this up, I really didn't know how I wanted to wire things up and where I wanted to position everything, and so now here it is. I didn't use the ATO that came with this. It only holds 2 to 3 gallons, and I had a Tunzi, and I just want to use that instead. So with the ATO, I actually took that little jumper out, and the jumper makes a shitload of noise. That's what it does. If you remove it, it stops beeping every time it goes off, or every time you put your hand in the sump or something, the water level rises. And so that is that. So here I used under cabinet lighting. I saw this on Pelfrey's video, and go to his channel and check it out. He does a thorough review, but it's rechargeable. I ended up with 2. You only really need 1, but it's kind of good to swap them out because the charge really doesn't last long. It provides a lot of light, and it times out after 15 seconds. And so I used a CJ pump for this, and it really didn't fit the tubing that came with it. And I had a hard time actually buying some sort of adapter. I went to Lowe's and all those places, looked in the plumbing and sprinkler section, and this is how I plumb things. I just ram it on the counter like that. So what I did, I found an adapter in the plumbing section, not the plumbing section, the place where they have water heaters and pumps at the store. It fit perfectly. So this is my false wall. I built this out of craft wood. At Lowe's, Home Depot, they have a craft section where you can buy like 2-foot sections of board. I think this is 1/4 inch, 3/8, something like that. But nailed it together, drilled some holes in it. I bought little like grommets that fit in. And on the back of this, I have kind of 2 different sizes. I have sort of a thick side that I'd planned to use conduit straps on. And I accommodated that by having a wider piece because I have conduit in the back section of my tank, and I was going to sort of go onto that, if you will, like bolt onto it. I didn't need to. I didn't do so. It's a tight fit back there, and this fits in perfectly. I drilled a hole at the bottom because I thought I could pass wires through that gap, and I couldn't. So here's the after product, painted flat black. I do non-flat next time because this kind of shows a lot of stuff up. I'd rather have something glossy. So the finished product, you can see wires go in the hole, they dangle outside the back, you can't see them, and then they come back in, and it gets rid of all the wired mess. It looks much cleaner. Everything's nice and labeled and OCD. And here's my dosing pump. It's a Kimura. It's a Wi-Fi, even though I don't really use the Wi-Fi much. I don't need the 4 heads. I'm just dosing calcium and alkalinity, but I wanted an extra head maybe for magnesium. And then I thought, well, I'll just buy another extra head in case one breaks, because they're $50 as it is. And this was a little bit more, but it also came with a mounting bracket and a little mounting thing on the side that you can run your tubing into. It does come with a thermometer also that plugs into the sump, but it's using the metric system, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to use. So this I bought from Amazon. I think it's a Fish Street model, but you know, you can put your calcium alkalinity in. It's pretty self-explanatory. What's nice, I just pop the lid open, pour my stuff in, and I don't have to lose that suction or the prime. You don't have to reprime the tubes. I'm not running mag right now. Maybe in the future I will, but So these things stink when you buy them. Really, it smelled pretty bad. I soaked it in vinegar and it kind of really didn't do much, and it eventually dissipated, but just a side note. And my Simplicity skimmer. It took a while to tune this. It's working good though. I ended up putting it on 2 pieces of egg crate, and that seemed to do the job. I mounted the little controller on the side here, which is nice because all I have to do is turn it off, unscrew that cord on the left, and pull the whole thing out, and I can keep everything else plugged in. And all the excess wire is on the side of the tank. There's maybe a 1/2 inch gap. So the way I have the wires also in the back there, I have these little stick-on wire clips, which I got at Deltec or Altec Electronics. You stick them on, they hold a cable, great. It keeps everything neat enough, but not too neat. My first tank, I use those little belt stickers, and you run the little wire tie, and I tied everything down, and then my pump broke, and I had to like uncut everything and untangle everything. It was kind of a pain. So here, this little box made out of egg crate. I just made this so I can just stack all my live rock in there as dense as possible, and but I'm probably gonna get rid of it and get like one of those bio plates. You know, I just want a little bit here for frag plugs, because I don't like frag plugs, the round ones, and I'd rather use rock. So I got one of these crafting plates and kind of scraped it up with a steak knife, and I run a light over it. So it's kind of like a algae scrubber in a way, and hopefully I don't get a lot of light in my skimmer. I'm gonna have to maybe block that off with something so I don't get algae growing in there. This might be a bad idea, I don't know. It's not really an algae scrubber, but it maybe is. I'll just run the light 24/7. And this is a light, I got it off eBay for 16 bucks. It's a plant light. There's, I think, 6 LEDs. Some of them are red, some are blue. And I'm showing here, if I put a big spacer in, it'll decrease that angle of the handle. And since it decreases that angle space, then I can clip it on front here, and I'll be able to close my door. And technically, maybe I could have just got this and shined it into my filter sock so I could grow algae down there and then just take the algae out. I don't know if that'd work, but we'll give this a try. It might be a bad idea, who knows. Might make a total mess. I don't know. So after 24 hours, I actually did grow a lot of green algae on the top of this. Just within 24 hours, so I thought might as well just run that all the time, and maybe it'll decrease less algae in my display. And a turkey baster. Very important tool. You know, I use this all the time daily just to blow off the rocks and clean things up. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, or subscribe. Until next time.